In October 1962, the world was closer to nuclear war than at any other time in history, and nobody knew it. Hidden deep under the Atlantic Ocean, a single Soviet submarine carried a nuclear torpedo. Tensions were at their peak, the crew on edge, the world unaware of what was about to unfold. But one man, Vasili Arkhipov, made a decision that may have saved millions of lives. This is the story of the man who stopped World War III. To understand Archipov's choice, we need to know the world he lived in. In 1962, the Cold War between the United States and the Soviet Union had reached its boiling point. The USSR secretly installed nuclear missiles in Cuba, just 90 miles from the US coast. President John F. Kennedy declared a naval blockade, demanding the removal of the missiles. Every action, every signal, every misstep could trigger a nuclear strike. The entire planet was on edge. Both sides had nuclear weapons capable of annihilating entire cities, and neither wanted to back down. Imagine a world where one false signal, one panic-driven decision could erase millions overnight. That's the world Arkhipov entered. Vasili Arkhipov was a Soviet Navy officer known for his calm and thoughtful demeanor. In October 1962, he was aboard the B-59 submarine, part of a fleet shadowed by the US Navy near Cuba. The submarine carried a nuclear torpedo, a weapon of unimaginable destruction. The crew had been underwater for days, unable to surface, with rising heat and dwindling oxygen. Tensions were unbearable. The captain believed war had started and prepared to launch the torpedo. But Arkhipov, second in command, refused to approve the launch. One word: no. Inside the cramped submarine, the situation was dire. Oxygen levels were dangerously low. Heat and stress were mounting. The captain wanted to fire the nuclear torpedo at US ships above. It would have been a single decision, but one that could speak a full-scale nuclear war. Soviet protocol required multiple officers to approve such a launch. Arkhipov refused. Calmly, he argued that the world above might not yet know a war had started. His clarity and courage prevented a decision that could have ended life as we know it. For several tense hours, Arkhipov and the captain debated. The submarine floated virtually invisible, as each passing minute could have meant the difference between peace and global annihilation. The crew, exhausted and fearful, followed his lead. Archipov's calmness became the anchor that held history steady. What would have happened if Arkhipov hadn't said no? The nuclear torpedo could have struck a US ship. Retaliation would have been swift. Nuclear missiles on both sides could have launched in hours, possibly days. The Cuban Missile Crisis would have escalated into a global catastrophe. Instead, thanks to Arkhipov, the submarine surfaced safely. He prevented a chain reaction of unimaginable destruction. A side note, few people outside the military even know Archipov's name. His heroism remained secret for decades, a quiet guardian of humanity. The story of Vasili Arkhipov reminds us that history isn't just shaped by presidents and generals. It's shaped by individuals who act with integrity when the world is at its most fragile. Imagine if each of us faced a moment where our decision could affect countless lives. Archipov's example shows the power of calm, reasoned action in a chaotic world. History isn't just dates and battles. It's the moments when one person's choice changes the fate of millions. And sometimes the greatest heroes are the ones we never hear about. This was today's Factionary. How was today's story? Did you know it already? Share it with your friends to improve their knowledge as well. Until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe.